Good evening, Rabotai. Now we're on the holiday of Sukkot, right approaching us. We have to talk about some important halachot. Maran and Siman Tafresh Lamed discusses how we have to have at least 3 kosher walls. What is a part of a kosher wall for a sukkah? It means it has to be a wall. If it moves in the wind, then it's not a kosher wall. It means that a person, sometimes people have wood panel sukkahs, so that's not a problem, that's a real wall. A lot of times people have fabric, or klionka, or canvas sukkah. So over there, if you don't have anything else being the wall, just the fabric, so it moves in the wind. It definitely moves in the wind. And the Gemara Masechet Sukkah talks about these tree branches. Somebody was trying to use a tree as a sukkah walls, and they moved in the wind. The Gemara says it's basul because it's not a wall. A real wall doesn't move in the wind. So therefore, a person has to know such a sukkah is basul until you fix it. How do you fix it? So either you put a real wall, or if you keep these fabric walls, you have to make sure you ask the person who sold it to you for levut straps. Levut straps means that you're going to have straps that you put at intervals, at 3 intervals. And what this does is that when anything within 3 tvachim of each other, is Halakha Moshe Sinai, there's a tradition law passed down from Moses at Sinai. The things that are within 3 tvachim of each other, right, 24 centimeters of each other, they're considered attached in Halakha. They're considered attached in the laws of Sukkah. So if I put one strap, and then a second strap, and a third strap, all within 3 tvachim to each other, and they make up to reach the level of 10 tvachim, that's the minimum size of a wall. And these straps, they're going to be tight. They're not going to move in the wind. The wind doesn't blow them because you put them very tight. So now you have kosher walls. And it's important also to make these straps first and then put the schach afterwards, because we always have to put the walls first and then the schach. If you put the schach first and then these straps, you're re-koshering an invalidated sukkah, which is not right. You have to build the sukkah the right way from the beginning. So it's important, if you have friends, you have family who use this type of sukkah, to make sure that you pay attention to this detail. It was a nice story. Everybody's looking to pick a Etrog nowadays. Everybody's looking to get their Etrog and Ulav. So there was a nice story with one of the Hasidic Rebbes that his kahal wanted to buy him a very nice Etrog. So they went and they chipped in and they bought him a beautiful Etrog. And there was one student who was very curious, what's this beautiful Etrog they bought for him? He went when nobody's looking, went to the rabbi Stender and he took out the Etrog and he dropped it. He goes and he was so scared, and he went and he goes and he puts it back together and made it look like nothing happened. The next day they were all waiting, all the students were waiting to the rabbi to go shake the lulav and the Etrog that they bought for him. And he goes and he says, I don't want to shake it. And he said, Rabbi, we spent top dollar, thousands of dollars to buy this Etrog. I don't want to shake it. It's not kasher. So they thought maybe the rabbi's being humble. They didn't want to use expensive Etrog. And they looked and they opened the box. They looked at it and they saw something was off. They pulled the pitam off and they saw the pitam was with a needle attached to the Etrog. So they said, Rabbi, how'd you know it was not kasher? You have a nevuah, you have prophecy. He says, no, I don't have any prophecy. I looked at the Etrog, I saw it was perfect. I said, it can't be. There's no such thing perfect in this world. Nothing in this world is perfect. So I said, I knew I cannot use it. And in the end, it ended up being that the rabbi was right. But a person has to know, the lulav and the Etrog specifically is the sertz, is the heart. When we're going to pick an Etrog, if we know the laws of Etrog, you make sure it's kasher. That's the most important thing. If you're going to sit here and nitpick, you should know there's nothing perfect in this world, and that's the whole idea of sukkah. You sit in the sukkah, the cold, the heat, the bugs, the smushed space. Yes, olam hazeh is temporary, it's not perfect, and then we make the best we can. We take the mitzvot as they come. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen.